At this point, I said, okay, you know what? Let's just go back to bed. It's very nice and warm there, and it's still cozy. As I'm about to get up, I happen to turn my head to the right, and as I did, I noticed a figure, or more like a shadow, of a man. What I mean, I'm assuming was a man because it had a top hat, and that's the one significant thing that I do remember, that it was wearing a hat, but like a very old-fashioned top hat. And I remember thinking, is there someone staring at me through the window? So I wasn't even scared. It was just more like, what's going on? I turn around and stare at the window, and the blinds are open, moonlight's coming through and everything, and there's nobody there. So I go up to the window, and I'm looking left and I'm looking right, and I see nobody. I don't see anybody there. So then I look back, and the shadow's still there, and it was moving. It's very strange the way it was moving. It was like it was tapping its fingers on a table, but there was no table. It was just a shadow on the wall. I turned around one more time just to make sure I wasn't going crazy, and then I just started getting the weirdest feeling. My hairs stood up, all of them, back of my neck. Well, the hairs that I had for an 8-year-old. I remember my body feeling very strange at this point, and when I turned back to look at the shadow started moving downward toward me. And I remember I just kind of opened up my eyes a little bit, and through a panic, my 8-year-old fight or flight definitely flighted. I got up and I power walked, because for some reason I thought, if I run, it's gonna catch me. I need to kind of stay as calm as I can. I went straight to my room and closed the door, put the covers on, and that was that. The next morning, I remember telling my mom, and as I told my mom my experience, she looked at my dad, and they traded looks. To comfort me, my mom told me, oh, it was probably the trees. I definitely know what I saw, and it was definitely not the trees. But that was my experience to what I call the Shadow Man.